Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Now on first down, Drake again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. A pitch out to Drake. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Right back to him on first down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 24. On first down, Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for them, don't you think? Right? You go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, It's not going to silence this crowd, but might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Check 9, check 9. 12, Jumbo. Right there. 54 fight.
Carr now on first down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check 4, check 4.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Slow. Zing. Spike 56. Slow. Blue there.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Spencer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Black 58, Royal. Black 58, Royal. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
EA Sports Title, while you're here at the stadium.
Monday, down. Hey, low. You got 4 down. 24. Slam.
From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
Partner, was that Justin Houston breaking up a pass on his own drop there?
It was indeed the former Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah, normally what we talk about with him, rushing the passer. That's where he's really earned his reputation. But showing here he can be a complete player with that great speed of his.
180.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
4 down. Check. White down. Check 31.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. He almost had it. The big D lineman Nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Single receiver.
Get down.
Now a play fake. Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And out come the Chiefs now. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Left.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They start the drive with Hyde. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, here we go.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Heavy.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
shotgun now for Carr. It's caught. Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
We're good.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Carr to throw on second down. Jones has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Get set. Blue 80. Get set.
I got him. I got motion there. Me. I got this.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 694.
On third down, Carr trying to lay one up deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Motion.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He fights him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, Raider 2-4.
On first down, Carr. The left side completion to Jones. A very solid gain of 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Get set.
Watch the curl. Watch the...
Go. Get set.
Hey, I got him. That's me.
On first and 10, here's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Carr again here on second and 10. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey.
Ringo.
To throw on third down, Carr. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Mahomes again here on second and 10. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Chiefs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10.
Ace!
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Hey, here we go. White Monday down. Express.
On play action, now Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it'll bring up third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Single, 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 single. Mike 51, Mike 51.
694.
Hey, let's go.
White.
You gotta be afraid of
Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hey. 4 down.
734. 734.
Right there, 54.
618.
For Mike. Drop deep.
From midfield, here's Carr. And break, the tight end's got it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
4 down. Alert.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Hey, alert.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. It's caught by Clive Walford. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hey, 734.
On play action, it's Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Go.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on third?
24.
Mike's by 4.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And Janikowski bangs it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Z. 4 down. Slow. Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On first down, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third. Some pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Check three. Ace. Jim.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Going deep here for Bryant. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
.618. Down. 180. 734.
Let's go, D.
24.
54. Come on.
Low.
54. Watch 54. Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to
Yo, Chief.
Hey, watch that.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
618.
Right there.
On second down, here's Carr. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And now here comes Kansas City. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Watch number 29. Ace. Hold this.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Left.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 23.
Check.
Hey.
Where you at?
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, Show that he's right.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Monday now. Go, go. Get set, get set.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
6-18. 6-18. 24.
Mike's 50.
White, white.
Mike's 54.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, hey, hey.
Get down, get down. Yeah, 3 inch down. 58-98.
Switch, switch.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to go down again. Justin Houston in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away.
And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On the toss play, this is Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunity.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Down. 280.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
694. Down. 180. Chief. Yeah, 98 down. 58-98.
Carr to throw on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Raiders on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing his Carr on third down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Express!
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Go, Chief!
Carr now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Leon.
On second down, Hyde. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for KC. 68 yards. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first and goal, Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They get it to him running left. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Left.
Mahomes to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike's by
Purdue.
Mike's by 4. Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey.
Motion, motion, motion. Mike's
637.
Mike's 54.
Back to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
4 down, check. 4
Down. You wide 8A. You 8A.
Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. It's a good pickup there at 22. The 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
He'll get it up the middle. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd and goal, 1 man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They'll come out in the pistol. He's back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
To throw is Carr. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Get set, get set.
Double tight.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
3 down, 3 down.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Oakland, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.